I'm going to introduce to you Michael Irving. He helped form a union close to 50 years ago here, and SB 5 threatens to take away the union he and his brother built. And I've had great privilege working with him. I hope you enjoy hearing his words.
Yeah!
Good evening. 4 years ago, I was working for the residents in dining halls, and we had no union, no benefits, no nothing. Seemed like cases had gone to carry people back a little further than 40 years ago. So my brother and I, and a few more, and we decided we wasn't going to take it anymore. We had no union organization to back us up, but they paid us when they got ready. Like they pay us on the 1st of the month, we may not get paid to the 5th of the next month. And so when we complained about that, they would say, you're extra. Well, hell, I'm 70 years old, and I still don't know what extra was. But anyway, we decided we weren't going to take it. The students got mad at us because we left their food on the table, on the steam tables. And I can't blame them for that. But they don't know how we were being treated. So we walked out. It was a snowy day. We didn't have nobody to back us. About 1,000 walked out. Black and white, maintenance men, skilled trades. We went down to 15th and High. Stood there. All at once we seen about 6 black Miras at that time. Didn't have this red, white, and blue on the wagons that take you to jail. But they called them the black Miras. About 8 of them came down the street. And we stand out and say, oh hell, I'm going to get put in jail and then lost my talent. But at the same time, the students were throwing snowballs at us. They can't blame them because we left their food. We walked out. We didn't have no backing. We just decided we weren't going to take it anymore. There's about 1,000 of us, and guess what? The police pulled up. And I said, well, I guess we're going to start arresting the students. Started arresting the students. And guess what again? The students joined us that night, and from that time on, the students was with us. And we got a contract, and we got a union. Now, this SB 5 is getting ready to destroy it. And the thing that makes me feel so emotionally, what happened to those 9 students who stood up for Sodexco?
Yes, right. Yeah.
Those 9 students stood up.
Right.
Like they used to do years ago.
Right.
Stood up. And what you say? To me, that's very cruel. Here's kids coming to school, contributing to the university.
Right.
And not only that, a lot of them going into debt and haven't been promised a job.
Right.
So they treated them like third world. When I was in the 6th grade, a long time ago, they talked about the sweatshops and how they were doing in the Central American countries and all the third world countries. Look like we have caught that disease because they're relegating people 2 days a week at Wendy's and 3 days, and then when you finally get your check, you ain't got enough to buy groceries.
Right. That's right.
But you see, what I'm trying to say is, if you knock the unions completely out, and to mistreat those 9 Sodexco, the people that stood up for Sodexco, that's a shame. That was like a police state. Now, at least Guy is a very intelligent man, and he's a great president. I met Guy on 3 occasions. On one occasion, I met him at Lincoln Tower when Bill Hall, the late Bill Hall, died. He's dead now. But when I met him, Guy had just became on this job the first time. And they said, Michael, come over. You represent local 4301. Said, come over. Said, we need you to talk to him. Now, their jobs are the state. They're directors. They're big shots. We all work for him. We had to look up to him, but they didn't want to say nothing to him because they know he slashed and burned. He did it in Colorado. He did it in Virginia. And he was probably going to do it here. So I said, what must I say? And they said, just say anything. Speak up for the people. So when I went over to Lincoln Tower. The director of food service, his name was Bill Hall, the late Bill Hall. He's dead now. So he said, just talk to Guy about your circumstances. But they were the people that fought us trying to have a union. Now he was afraid of his job because Guy was known to drop the hatchet. So when Guy came in, and there was a lot of our people with dishwashers, pot and pan washers, cleaned the dorms, ran the sweepers, shoveled the snow. Some of them had very, very low education. Some couldn't even sign their name for their checks. And I told Guy that. I said, would you, it's like taking the wings from birds. Would you lay these people off? And they love this job. They can't get another job. They can't fill out an application. He said, I had no intentions. I don't believe it. But I appreciate it. He didn't lay anybody off. They were appreciative of it. So I want you students to realize that right here, there may be a governor, there may be a doctor or a lawyer, but you're not to be treated like you're in a police state, drug out, and put in jail. That's terrible. Because he said you have a right to demonstrate in the democracy. You have that right to stand up for your fellow man and your brother. And then they took him to jail. For what reason? It's because Kasich is getting his hands all over the whole government. He's getting to the place that he's going to be relegated back further than we were when we organized our union here. And our union is under siege now. Senate Bill 5 got us in trouble. But all of our volunteers are out trying to get signatures to put it on the ballot. So I hope that you guys decide to do that. I hope you guys decide to work to keep the country going in progress. There's my daughter there. She graduated from college, got a great big debt. She has a big debt and no job yet. 4 years she's been graduating, no job. And I think I heard Speaker Boehner of the Republican Party say, all we want is jobs, jobs, jobs. Where in the hell are they? In Japan? In China? Now, I'm not against the Chinese or the Japanese, but why would we take our industrial might and send it overseas and then put you kids in debt? And by the way, I hope I'm looking at a future president, a future governor. I hope I am. She looked like she'd be something important. How are you? But remember that this is a democracy. And those guys are using an awful heavy hand. I think Guy is a fine president. I'm not two-faced enough, because I've met him and talked to him just like I'm seeing you guys. Guy, for some reason, I can understand why he arrested those 9 kids and drug them off like they were criminals. This is what you do in a dictatorship. This is a democracy.